Hello and welcome to the Capital Wasteland, more specifically to Rivet City. Inside this shipwrecked vessel are a number of small details that we can discover, and now that I present to you 5 things you may have missed in Fallout 3's Rivet City. Down at the Muddy Rudder, we can interact with Trini, one of the bar's regulars. When we do, she will ask the player to buy them a drink, and if we want, we can give her 5 caps to go and buy herself one. You don't get anything in return for doing this, so it's unlikely that you'll do it again. However, if you speak to her for another 4 times and give her 5 caps each time for a total of 25, then she will disclose the location of Belle's stash. Belle Bonnie is the bar's manager, and her stash can be found under one of the beds. This stash will remain empty until Trini has received enough money to activate it. Rivet City has the largest settlement population in the entire game, DLCs excluded, but it doesn't have that many children. One child, James Hargrave, is an ill-tempered thief with only one friend. His mother is single, abusive, and most of the time drunk.
Yeah? What do you want? Oh, really? My husband ran off and got himself killed and left me to raise his little brat. So don't you tell me how I should or shouldn't be.
The majority of the citizens agree that he behaves this way due to his father leaving and his mother ignoring him. When interacting with the boy, we can address his mother's drinking problem, which angers him, and if we decide to go with the evil option, we can convince the boy to run away. Surprisingly, his mother doesn't seem bothered by this.
Have you seen my good-for-nothing son lately? The little shit is usually up to no good.
James will be followed by his only friend, and on occasion they can be caught trying to leave by the guards and then safely taken home. Although sometimes the children can make it past the guards and head for Anacostia Crossing Station. James and his friend CJ can both be easily convinced to return home, but I wouldn't blame the boy if he didn't want to. Next, we have 2 things that both involve sleeping characters, so I decided to put them together. The first is quite disturbing. CJ's mother Christine can sometimes be heard saying something in her sleep. I listened to this several times, but I couldn't quite figure out what she was saying. The moaning, on the other hand, makes me think it was something terrible from her past.
Just young guy.
And then we have Seagrave Holmes. He seems like a nice enough guy on the surface, but we can dig a little deeper into his past and learn that he used to sell wastelanders to the slavers of Paradise Falls. Not such a nice guy after all. Plus, he talks in his sleep, and what he does say doesn't make him look any better.
Goddamn ghouls. Kill them all.
He could be referring to feral ghouls, but with a past like his, I wouldn't be surprised if he just hated them entirely. When interacting with Dr. Preston, we have the chance to ask for chems, which he responds by saying,
I'm a doctor, not a dealer. I'll fix you as best I can if you're hurt.
This is a reference to Dr. McCoy from the original Star Trek series, who is renowned for using the phrase,
Look, I'm a doctor, not an escalator. Spock, give me a hand. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. A doctor, not a mechanic.
You keep saying that. Are you a doctor, aren't you?
I don't know.
Rivet City might be a safe location. There's no raiders or super mutants to cause the residents' day-to-day problems. But there are issues with living on this giant rust bucket. By reading through Dr. Preston's notes, we can learn of the various medical problems that are simply a part of living here. First, we have lockjaw. Its symptoms are muscle spasms and are caused by rust infiltrating the bloodstream through open wounds. Red lung, a respiratory condition caused from inhaling the air for a prolonged amount of time, and mercury poisoning caused by consuming the wild fish from the waters below. The first 2 can be treated with penicillin and fresh air, but the last one seems to be fatal, with the end results being death. And there we have it. 5 things you may have missed in Fallout 3's Rivet City. Before you go, I would like to remind you of 5 things that you can do to support the channel. Comment, like, share, subscribe, and enable notifications. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next adventure.